So this is a dungeon, right? I'm guessing. Entrance to the tunnel, sir, it's just over there. Had we not seen the heretics break the surface, we would never have noticed it. Per Sir Amaric, his orders, we stand guard, blah blah blah. Gotcha, yeah, Snowcloak. There it is. Hopefully, this will be fine. Oh no, not party chat. That's it. Oh, commence. I wasn't even paying attention. I just wanted to clap. Okay. Hopefully this doesn't take long. Okay. Oh. Not party chat. Okay. So, everybody's gonna now be able to see how bad I am at this game. Yep, something like that. Okay, can't comprehend what's happening. Obtained a tiny key. Okay. All right. Good enough for me. Oh, it keeps going. I thought that was the end of the dungeon. Okay. I was looking a little dodgy there for a sec. Okay. This is taking a little longer than I was expecting, I'll be honest. Okay. Not bad. Alright. So this must be the end. It's gotta be. Okay. Cutscene time. Yeah. Oh, whoops, I was muted there. But I was just like kind of in a zone that whole time, so I wasn't really. I was barely paying attention. I don't care. Like my attention was split 3 different ways, so that was even worse than I could have expected.
The tales do not do you justice, warrior of light. Yes, I know who you are, and you know who I am.
That's true.
I was given the name Izel, but I earned the name Iceheart. This endless cycle of hatred, of bloodshed, of sorrow. You would see it continue, O noble warrior of light. I would not. I will not. I will bring an end to this war between dragon and man, no matter the cost. In time, you will come to understand that what we do for the greater good. For Eorzea, for Hydaelyn.
Okay. Oh, and that's it. We just let her go. Alright, see ya. We're just gonna let her wake up Shiva? I guess that's the move. Somebody ought to break that crystal. Just end it. That took longer than I expected, wasn't it? Yeah, it did. It definitely took longer than expected, I'll give you that. So, Iceheart is but a pseudonym. That she managed to escape is regrettable. We didn't even try to restrain her or anything. But from your description of that beast, you did well to come close as you did. In any case, now that you have cleared a path, the Temple Knights can begin to survey the tunnels in earnest. Okay. Mayhap they will even find a route past the ice wall. Wouldn't that do wonders for their fight against the heretics? The Crystal Braves would certainly share the credit for it too. 12 be praised, Talos. We may yet turn the situation to our advantage. We may. Assuming we stop Iceheart before she summons Shiva, of course. Needless to say, our fellow Scions could not have not been idle. Minfilia and Urianger have been busy perusing the archives of House Fortemps, gathering what information they can on Shiva. Which reminds me, if you were intending to trudge back to Camp Dragonhead, to report on this on the day's events, don't. The antecedent should be here any minute. I can only assume some people enjoy subjecting themselves to cold. Yeah, true. Cold sucks, dude. Let me just check something out of curiosity. Okay, so I'm like halfway through this patch. 2.4. Yeah, and there's like 5 quests until we have another dungeon. Okay. Then I guess let's just go for it. Fuck it. I'm not going to be able to do another dungeon though, or whatever they're called in Final Fantasy XIV. I'm not going to be able to do another one on stream because it's just too many things to pay attention to. Oh. not the stream and the dungeon at the same time, but I also have other shit that I have to watch, which is the only reason why I'm awake right now. So, it's a little much trying to stay focused on that, make sure I don't fuck that up while also doing one of these dungeons. But anyway. Okay, so we're looking at the text. She's got a new outfit on. She's got a little coat on. Accounts of Shiva's life and deeds are sparse and contradictory, only agreeing upon one point. She's really, really cold. She barely wears any clothes. What's up with that? That's Shiva. She lay down with a dragon, the gravest of all sins. What does that mean? Does that mean she fucked a dragon? Can we get some clarification on that? She lay down with a dragon. That means she fucked a dragon. And that's a grave sin? I mean, look. We got cat girls going around here. We got dragon ladies going around here. Lalafell, they're like little children people, but they also... They breed, they have kids, so presumably somebody had to do it. But fucking a dragon? That's the gravest of all sins? I mean... I don't know. I saw somebody riding around on a fucking motorcycle mount earlier. But fucking a dragon is the worst of the sins. According to Ishgardian faith, she did say. Yet in the eyes of Iceheart's followers, this was a holy act. I wouldn't have gone that far, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. The blessed union of man and dragon. Of course. So it is. They did fuck. Yeah, beastie. I'm saying. That is one hundo bestiality. What's up, Super Meat Hands? It's been a while. How you doing? But how such a thing could even be possible is quite another question. That's what I'm saying. That's pretty big. Suffice it to say, I very much doubt that we will find a useful answer in the archives of House Fortemps. Much knowledge has been lost over the centuries, though in this case, one wonders if it is by circumstance or design. You said that Iceheart took a moment to plead her case prior to escaping, did you not? You didn't really say much, you just said it's not a big deal, basically. Viewed without prejudice, most would agree that bringing an end to an endless war serves the greater good. I think Sir Emeric might take issue with her methods. There are holes involved in the act, so you could say it's a hole. Holy. Which holes? That's what... That has to be in the ancient texts. We have to know. She lay with a dragon. It's a holy act. But what hole? Then we can find out just how much of a sin it was. Yeah. I do not care if a few stragglers manage to escape until the sappers confirm that the tunnel is safe. The men are not to search it. All of them. All right. Yeah, maybe we are dealing with one of the greatest sins. She lay with a dragon and used every hole. The holiest of acts. You pursue your foes with less zeal than I had expected. Lest you misunderstand, I do not deny that our enemy has given us good reason to be prudent. I merely meant, you being a man of faith, that I had expected a certain single-mindedness. After all, was it not by the will of alone that your ancestors came to this land? They took up arms. Against the Dravanians? What would they have done in your position? There are those who believe in the faith as a renunciation of free will, that unquestioning devotion is required of all who would live a life in service of the Fury. Such righteous fervor may well serve a knight on the front line, less so a leader of men. True. We are all at liberty to interpret the scriptures as we will. I choose to believe that the Fury would value the lives of her followers over the deaths of her enemies. But I would not presume to speak that the Knights of Eld was for the Knights of Eld. It was a different time and a different era. The scriptures tell us only so much. No, he's back. Or she's back, sorry. Lady with green hair. Did you get my Taco Bell order? Yeah, it's right here. That man is awfully pragmatic for a servant of the Holy See. A welcome trade at the negotiating table, to be sure, less so when one's enemies are making ready to harness the power of a god. I'd say so. Mayhap he does not truly believe the Iceheart's plan can succeed. Truth be told, I too remain somewhat skeptical. Why? Like fishmen were able to summon a god. Why not that lady? Shiva was real, a living, breathing woman. Of that there can be no doubt. In that respect, she differs from every other figure to have been summoned, each of whom was worshipped as a god. Sole exception being good King Moggle Mog 12, the 12th. The myth made manifest in response to the fervent supplications of the Moggle's Guard. Alright. Excuse me. Saint Shiva may differ, but what of the heretics? They are a tribe of outcasts at war with a mighty nation who yearn for the resurrection of the one who embodies their beliefs. If that is not placing one's faith in a higher power, then what is? Crystalline conviction and philia. They have them both in abundance. Yeah, you're right. It's just people having conversations and then somebody sprinting in. That's this whole cutscene. Can that truly be all that is required? We should start worshipping a god, because apparently that's all you need to do. Get a bunch of crazy people together, and then start worshipping, and then a god appears. My survey team has concluded a preliminary analysis of the Aetherite Iceheart used to escape. They believe that she teleported to another Aetherite somewhere not far to the west. Despite the apparent proximity of the second Aetherite, however, they have been wholly unable to detect its presence directly. Unless Iceheart has some means to mask its signal, I can only presume that she had it destroyed to prevent us from following her. Okay. Without the means to teleport as she did, we have no choice but to search for an alternate route. Most likely the tunnel, assuming one exists. Let us not give up on teleportation just yet. One of our colleagues in Garlean may be able to assist us. Maybe. I pray that you're right. I dare not think how long it will take us to survey the entire tunnel. Sure. If you say so. While Minfilia looks into the Aetherite problem, I would like to request your assistance with another matter. The 3rd unit is currently tracking the remnants of the Heretic force which attacked us. However, the search goes poorly despite our numbers. Kurthas is vast, and Iceheart's followers know the terrain far better than we. Your knowledge of this region may serve to hasten the process. The sooner we capture Iceheart's followers, blah blah blah. Okay, I get it. Yeah. Captain Ilberd and I are meeting there to discuss the latest developments in his investigation. The Temple Knights shall hold Snowcloak in our absence. Let us leave them to their work. Ours is more pressing, and I can barely speak. Alright, later. So she just showed up to have a conversation. She just kind of hung out for like a minute and then said, alright, I'm out. Cold sucks. I'm gone. There you are. The commander instructed me to wait for you. Your assistance is most welcome, believe me. Most of the 3rd hail from Muldown, and for a man accustomed to the feel of sand beneath his boots, the crunch of snow can be rather disconcerting. But to the matter at hand, nary a moment. I received word that the heretics we seek have been spotted making for Danafin Pass. My braves are already in pursuit, and I should be grateful if you would join them. I myself shall be taking part in the hunt. Never let it be said that I do not earn my coin. Gotcha. Okay. and keep moving. What happened? Thal's balls. My ankle is on fire. Caught my boot on a rock or something and twisted as I fell. The others went on ahead through a Denethor pass. Hurry and you might catch up. Okay. South of Denethor. Oh, down there. All right. Check out those fresh prints. Bel Air. Okay. Alright, I guess we'll... Okay. What are you doing here? The Heretics, I'm not sure. There was a great scale beast in Yu Hase, I think he went east on his own. The Heretic split up, and so did we. Alright. Oh, it's over there. Okay. At some point in the near future, a Final Fantasy fan will become a scientist and genetically engineer chocobos into existence. It'll yeah, I don't see why not, right? Make a big chicken. Well, I mean, we do kind of have those. You know, ostriches and emus and shit like that. But they need to be like thicker. Like able to carry somebody around. And they're really stupid, I think, so they don't follow instructions like a horse. But how embarrassing! I was so intent on following the Heretic's tracks that I almost failed to notice they had doubled back. Almost, mind you. One tried to sneak up behind me, got a knife in the gut for his troubles. I thought myself alone, so I started searching the dead man's knapsack for anything of interest. And lo and behold, before his friend found me, I came upon this. Withdraw in groups of 3 or less to the observatorium. Give the signal and wait. The merchant will be waiting. Be there, or be late and be left for dead. Speaks for itself, does it not? That can't possibly mean to rendezvous inside the place, so we should restrict our search to the surrounding areas. Let me phrase that. You should restrict your search to the wilderness. Okay. Yeah. I will do all the work. Don't worry, tiny little boy. They don't look like chocobos. That's true. I suppose one day they'll have, like, chocobos. But they are, like... I don't think this could really exist. The talons are, like, huge. Their necks are really thick. Like, they don't exactly look like the animals that they're kind of based on, like, in reality. Also, if they really existed, they would be terrifying. They would be fucking monsters. But then again, I guess... if you didn't know that, if you if it wasn't a tame horse, they would be pretty scary too, honestly. Like a horse could fuck you up. Like a horse would ruin your fucking day. I think. Like, so I guess in that way, yeah, I guess a big scary animal that people ride is not completely out of the question. I'm through with listening to your excuses. We leave now. Now, the woods are crawling with those bluecoats, and the knights are searching every wagon that passes through the gates. Oh my god, and it's the Warrior of Light who just... It's him, he just nods. Think you'll fear any better. Oh, got him. There are places like this in my homeland. Sacred snow-capped peaks. Excuse me. Where blood must not be shed. Did your lands ever thirst for the blood of the fallen, and by your deeds it is drunk deep? I have done no wrong. None but meet in secret with heretics. Denied all you will. We shall have the truth from you yet. Inquisitors are not the only ones skilled in the art of interrogation. Damn it all. That's true, wolves exist, and we domesticated them, turning them into dogs. That is true. We just have to make, like, a horse fuck a chicken. And then, boom, chocobo. That'd be fucked up, though. You might get, like, a four-legged chicken or something. Which, no, that'd be kind of cool. A lot of meat. You feed a lot of people with a chicken the size of a horse. Fancy meeting you here, Talos. I presume your work with the Third brought you hither? I can imagine chocobos are the domesticated version of whatever the terrifying creature they come from. Yeah, I mean, I just think it's like a cool... like, chocobos are cool, just undeniably. The idea of, like, riding like a really muscular ostrich around or something like that, that's pretty cool. And they're like, a big chicken is scary. They're brutal, man. They'll fuck you up with those talons. What a tangled web, lest you wonder. We came not for the heretics, but for the merchant who has been conspiring with them. It came to our attention during the course of our investigation into the Ivy. It beggars belief, I know, but it seems our favorite Garlean spy may have been providing assistance to Iceheart. Were not for the efforts of Lady Yugiri and her shinobi, we might never have discovered this connection. Master Alphanite is too kind. I fear my people and I have done little to aid your search for the spot. We long to strike back against the Empire and weaken their influence in this land to prevent the tragedy which befell Doma reoccurring. The days ahead and the work they promise will require a very particular set of skills. Skills which I am fortunate enough to possess. If you will allow it, I would accompany you until the investigation is complete. Okay. Jeez, we still have not seen, like, story-wise, we haven't seen what these dragon ladies look like. Even though they just look like people with tails. And slightly scaly. Comforting thought. Come tell us. Let us wait. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, as to whether it will bring us closer to learning Ivy's identity, I would rather not say. Given our adversary's cunning, I shall consider us fortunate if we are spared another wild dodo chase. Okay. This is Tendrils of Intrigue. Oh, we get new gear. Yeah. Nice. Captain Ilberd, your report, if you will. Aye, Commander. Firstly, with regard to the heretic we captured, I regret to say that the man could tell us not, but we did not already know of Shiva. We have since handed him over to the Ishgardian authorities. Henceforth, the Holy See will pursue the matter independently. Our inquiries concerning the Ivy, however, have proven more fruitful. We have ascertained the channel by which the heretics acquired their information on the shipment routes. Go on. You'll recall the flame we first identified as being in the Ivy's employ. From him, we were able to trace a trail of conspirators, each taking us closer to his master. Alas, the trail came to an abrupt end. Fearing that the investigation had been compromised, we took the necessary step of detaining all suspected of conspiracy. There were 5 on our list, including a flame stationed at Remnants Toll. The man's primary duty was to keep an inventory of donations from abroad, the particulars of which he would share with the benefactors, thereby ensuring that needs did not go unfulfilled. By virtue of his role, he was privy to the details of all shipments bound for the settlement. Needless to say, that included those originating from House Fortemps. He knew the precise route the caravan would take, and he sold that information to a merchant. I think I can guess which one. None other. With little encouragement, he soon confessed to knowingly aiding and abetting the heretics. Well, that's one mystery solved, but what of the Ivy? Okay. A relentless pursuit has forced him to commit a grave error. In a desperate bid to cover his tracks, the Ivy resorted to exercising certain administrative powers available only to high-ranking members of the Immortal Flames. You consider that, then, that our investigation is known to barely a handful of them. The field of suspects is greatly narrowed. I mean to say that the agent is among Raubon's innermost circle, someone who has been with him since the Immortal Flames establishment? Yep. Tis the most plausible explanation. The infiltration likely occurred during the company's founding, and the groundwork for the act being laid beforehand. To slip into a position of power, of authority, unremarked, and remain above suspicion all these years. Okay. Both Limsa Lominsa and Gridania had long-standing armed forces that lent themselves well to the formation of the Maelstrom in the Order of the Twin Adder. To all intents and purposes, it was the same people, loyal one's mind, under the same leadership, only the banner was different. Not so the Flames. Ul'dah's military was made of disparate ones, most of which were glorified mercenary companies that answered only to their own paymasters. Hardly an ideal environment in which to establish something as high-minded as a grand company. So the Ul'dah military is basically just a bunch of, it's like the combined forces of a bunch of military or mercenary orgs. Which is, I guess that would not be the good groundwork for like a loyal company. The difficulties Raubon faced when founding the Immortal Flames were all known, or are well known, sorry. Even after he had convinced his fellow syndicate members to share the cost, they remained the small matter of finding enough bodies to fill their ranks. Indeed, and given the pressing nature of the Imperial threat, that meant recruiting every passing sellsword. Amidst the chaos of its founding, it would have been child's play to infiltrate the company. A good deal easier than now. The Immortal Flames have been caught between conflicting interests in public and private. Though the Monitorists ultimately agreed to support the organization's founding, 'twas not out of charity that they did so, but simple self-preservation. Oh my god, this is just... they just keep going and going. Had Niall Van Darnas's ambitions been any less apocalyptic, you may be sure that they would never have risked supplying Raubon with an army. 'Tis but a wonder that they did not attempt to extinguish the flames the moment the danger had passed. Turning to the present, Even as we speak, our Doman friends, or our Doman allies, are shadowing several high-ranking flames. Anyone could be hiding. Desiring to deal a blow against the Empire, the refugees were eager to lend us their aid. I expect to hear from them ere long. Okay. Very good. Okay. Alright. If you see anything weird, call us. Bye. I shall send word to Sir Amaric, informing him of our success in identifying the heretics, abettors. Okay. Jesus. Like, that could take, like a handful of lines of dialogue, and it didn't have to take that many. That's this whole game. That's a lot of this game. It's just... they just keep going and going and going, when there's no real need to. An emergency council of the Alliance leadership has been called. As the commander of the Crystal Braves, my presence has been requested. I would have you accompany me. Okay. Like, even that, I would have you accompany me, and then he has to say 2 more lines of dialogue that are, like, just filleting you, basically. Like me, you are doubtless eager to conclude our business with Iceheart, but until another path to her sanctum is found, she will remain beyond our reach. Ophelia and the Archons are sparing no effort to secure an alternate route. Until such time as they succeed, I suggest we give some thought to the realm's other problems. I shall go on ahead to Gravest. Meet me in, okay, I get it. It's in the Twelveswood, I think. Okay. Is it a visual novel, but with other game mechanics added in between? Next bit of story. Well, okay, so there's a couple of things going on here, right? It's that what I'm playing through now is not like... it's not the good stuff, basically. So where I'm at in the story is right after... basically right after free-to-play. So, A Realm Reborn, which is like the base content, and then there are like 4 or maybe 5 expansions after that. And so right now, let me pop this up. If we... oh, not that. Whoa, why is it showing that one? Hold on. There. That was weird. Okay. So if we look here, and I'll just do this, so we only need to see it in like one long list. Here's the list of all the different quests that are available. And so this 7th Umbral era is A Realm Reborn, basically. That's the base game. When you buy the game or you play free to play, this is what you got. And then this is all of the patches after you beat the main quest for A Realm Reborn. And this is where we are. There. So, this is all filler, basically. In my opinion. From what I mean, it's obviously them fucking around. The cutscenes, in a lot of cases, got better. But then, like, you can see here, this is where, like, dungeons are. So, like, all of these are just filler. It's like conversations. So yeah, visual novel, I mean, basically. Like, it's a little excessive, I feel like. But, yeah, I don't know. It's a little much. Especially because it's too much dialogue. They just keep going and going and going. Like, they don't need to talk that much. Because it's not that much information that they're providing, you know? So, I don't know. It's kind of like, it's a JRPG thing, too. I've been playing a lot of JRPGs recently, and it's a big problem. The writing is a little too wordy for no reason. Like me. Just talk for no reason. My thanks for coming. When you're ready, speak with the Conjurer. Okay. So yeah, hopefully, I mean, in like a day or two, I'll be able to play the next expansion content, and or the first expansion content, I should say. And apparently, that's where it gets really good. That's what people say. This part, not so much. This is a fucking grind. The Alliance leaders await you at the Lotus Stand. Yeah. Okay.
Change has come to the Garlean Empire,
voices.
and we must discuss the implications.
The rumors are true, then? The War of Succession is ended?
It is. A new emperor reigns in Garlemald.
Who?
You see, you don't get this in visual novels. This is some crazy shit.
The birth and all too rapid expansion of the Garlean Empire is commonly attributed to the strategic brilliance of Solus Zosgalvis, yet he did not rule alone.
So now we're getting
Several members of the royal
getting a history
household
lesson.
also distinguished themselves during his reign. Nevertheless, it was the eldest son who stood to inherit the throne, until his most untimely passing.
I thought us fortunate when I learned that the Emperor had died without naming a successor.
Look at this guy. Do you think he's evil or what? Oh my god! He just spit.
Would
He
that
literally
the
spit on
Garlean
that grave.
Empire had died with him.
Click on the arrows to see the next image. Yeah, yeah. The guy's walking so slow. No human on Earth has ever walked that slow.
'Twas the grandson and his uncle who had the strongest claims, was it not?
Indeed, yet
goofy
claims
hat.
count for little without the power to assert them. High Legatus Varis Galvus is a respected military leader. Not so his
Not evil,
uncle.
just a nasty drag queen. Nothing evil about that. It might be this really
So
goofy
young
outfit,
Varis
though.
has torn the crown from his uncle's grasp and taken his place at the head of the Empire.
It's just the shoulders are so ridiculous. And his stormtrooper army here of Darth Vader's. Okay, that's an evil dude. Oh, look at that frown. That's an evil frown. Only an evil man would frown like that.
Given the troubled nature of his succession, the new emperor will require time to seal his grip on power. Yet have no doubt but that he shall, for there are none left with strength enough to oppose him.
Since the success of Operation Archon, the remnants of the 14th Legion and the forces occupying Alamigo have done naught but fortify their positions. But you can be sure they'll be ready to march on us again, if their Emperor gives the word.
When, not if. They say this Varis was so set upon Eorzean annexation that he spoke out against the Meteor Project.
Okay.
Plainly, the new emperor's
the villain
intentions are
on the
of
new
great
season of
concern to
RuPaul's
us
Drag
all.
Race. If that show had evil
I
drag
propose
queens
that we set
that
aside
were like
the cardinal
actual
dispute
villains
for the present
of a season,
and discuss what measures
I
the
might watch
Alliance
that.
might
That sounds
take
pretty good.
to prepare for a resumption of hostilities with Garlemald. Moreover,
RuPaul and the Wonder
I
Drags
move that we
have to get
re-examine
together
the
to fight
question
the evil
of
drag
how
queen.
our former allies in Ishgard might be persuaded to retake their
That sounds
place at
alright.
our side. Could Eorzea but stand as one, 'twould deal a grave blow to our
this again.
enemies' ambitions.
This is our guy. He just smiles and nods. That's his character.
Well, I suppose we should be grateful that they have finally acknowledged the inevitability of Imperial attack. Who knows? They may even do something about it.
Maybe.
If only the leaders of Ishgard would follow their example and stop hiding behind their gates, praying for the coming storm to pass them by. But that is a discussion for another time. At present, I am more concerned by the fact that the Alliance's mooted preparations will be made known to the Garleans many moons before their coming. So long as the ivy eludes our grasp, no secret is safe.
Just nod. Pretend you know what's happening. Yeah, I totally get it. Uh-huh. Absolutely. I totally understood everything that happened there. Okay. It will not have escaped your notice that the nations of Eorzea are no nearer to being of one purpose. Sorry. Despite their protestations to the contrary, plainly the threat of resurgent Garlemald is not enough to stir them. Obviously. And the reason for this? Deep-rooted mistrust against the citizenry. The nation's leaders can come to all understandings they like, but their unity means little and less to the common folk. Take the Lemensans, for instance. Though Admiral Merlwyb outlawed piracy over a decade ago, foreigners still picture the nation as a haven for grog-swilling, wooden-legged cutthroats. And likewise, the Gradanians are mocked as hermits who talk to trees, and the Uldan scorned as swindlers who worship coin. Those are all true, though. All that stuff is true. Not that such sentiments are entirely without grounds, of course. Take the Pillar of Uldan. Okay, come on, man. You don't have to explain. I get it. Jesus fucking Christ. Each nation has its own warmongering faction that advocates the acquisition of Omega. In order to placate them, we present them something resembling warfare, and thereby curb their appetite for full-scale conflict. But enough idle musing. Okay, thank you. Since we spoke at the Observatorium, Captain Ilbrid has further shortened his list of suspects, and by happy coincidence, the one he deems the most likely candidate is lately come to Gradania. The hunt nears its end, blah blah blah. Should there be any developments in Kurthus, you may be sure I will send word. Bye. Yeah, that guy is just a fucking exposition factory, that guy. He just keeps going. Is it any wonder that I think he sucks so bad? That character stinks. Hey dude. Thanks for coming. At this point, we must proceed with extreme caution. New clothes, new clothes, new clothes. Whoa! Look at our guy. Dude. This armor is ridiculous. I wish he had pants on though. It's just, it does look a little silly that he doesn't have any pants. These knocked breeches, they just don't cut it, you know? It's really goofy. Okay. But that armor is ridiculous. chasing Ivy. Listen well, the spy we have been seeking all this time is none other than Flame Marshal. Oh, oops. Prior to joining the Immortal Flame, she was a mercenary of no small renown. They say her skills with a polearm had to be seen to be believed. Of Ishgardian birth, she is the highest-ranking foreigner in the Immortal Flames. When he formed the Grand Company, Reborn chose people based on their worth. Whence they hailed was of no interest. He's just airing out down there to avoid swamp ass. Yeah. I mean, it probably works. You know what I mean? He's got like a little skirt on, like a metal skirt. I mean, he's probably sweating. He's wearing all that heavy clothes, and then his ass is completely exposed to the air. Probably feels great. It was no secret that he did not favor foreigners, Ishgardians especially, after the way the Holy See forsook the Alliance. Yet the monetarists did not raise so much as a murmur of protest when Roel was appointed to her post. Uh-oh. But these revelations are secondary to our current mission. Of foremost interest to us is Roel's presence here now. As you may be aware, it is the duty of the Flame Marshal to command the Immortal Flames in the absence of the Flame General. While Reborn attended the Council of Alliance Leaders, she should have remained in the Hall of Flames. The woman has no business being in Gridania, yet she's here nonetheless on some pretense. He is up to something, mark my words. Even as we speak, we have a dozen men trawling the Flames records for evidence of Roel's guilt. Which brings me to the plan. I have people watching the city gates, the airship landing, and the docks, every point of egress. She cannot leave without our knowledge. All that remains is to shadow her until she betrays her true purpose. And I rely upon your eyes. Yeah, well, duh. Just nod. Yep. I totally understood everything you said. I agree with everything you said, and I'm just gonna keep nodding. You have my thanks. Let's go. This armor's badass, dude. Skirt is a little much, but hey, can't win them all. He's headed to whatever. I know, we're just trailing. I don't need a lot of exposition for that. A Garlean canopy. Pray look for her within. Talos, such an unexpected pleasure. What brings you here? Social visit, you say? How pleasant. No, she didn't come this way. I've noted every passenger. Let's go to the Lancers Guild. Sweet Bloom Pier. Alright, buddy, we're here. The quarry makes for the Hawthorne Hut. If Royale is truly the one we seek, we can expect that she means to make contact with her Garlean masters here. An explanation is in order. You are no doubt aware that the Garleans have their own method of communicating over great distances. Well, our ingenious friends at Garland Ironworks have provided us with devices which disrupt these communications, and we have installed them around the city-states. In doing so, we have made it difficult for Imperial agents to correspond with their masters. Royale would thus have no choice but to rendezvous with her Imperial contact directly. Yet as well known face in the immortal flame, she cannot move about Thanalin without being recognized. Okay, I get it. That makes sense. As my scouts told, the Garleans have sent agents with a mind to destroy the devices and render such direct contact unnecessary. Fortunately, our shinobi have thus far been successful in rebuffing their efforts. Okay. Alright, to the hut. Let's get our chicken out. Okay. My people report that our quarry has departed the Bramble Patch. To convict someone of her standing, we will require damning evidence. Okay. My countrymen and I shall lie in wait in the shadows. Tread warily, my friends. Okay. There. Now the key here is to be stealthy. You have to be very careful not to arouse suspicion. So let's get out our giant chicken and just fly down. Okay. Just beyond, Royale is in a conversation with an individual clad in the manner of an adventurer, an Imperial intermediary, no doubt. This is it, with me. Alright, let's do it. Okay, I'm nodding. Loves nodding. If there's anything he does, he loves to nod. Flame Marshal, a lion, Royale, you are under arrest for treason and espionage. You are followed, you bloody fool. Damnation. Got him. You are unarmed, my lady, and scarcely garbed for battle. But if you wish to fight, you're welcome to try. What is the meaning of this, Captain? Did you arrest me for strolling in the Twelveswood? When last I looked, that was no crime. Neither was conversing with passing strangers. You would feign ignorance then? Very well. If you do think of something to say, there will be plenty of time to say it later. Now come quietly, or I shall make you wish you had. Got him. I will offer no struggle, after all. I have naught to hide. Uh-huh. Maybe we should take that lady's sword, you know? Maybe she shouldn't have that on her. We did it. Even a warrior of Royal's renown could not have hoped to escape by force, despite her claims. Her surrender does not bespeak innocence, but an awareness that her position is untenable. Yeah, I get it. You don't have to explain that. I think like babies play this. With the ivy thus uprooted, oh my god, look at this big tree. Awesome. Okay, it is to be hoped that the tendrils where she entwined around the immortal flames will gradually wither and die. Mayhap, then the people of Ul'dah will have a grand company they deserve, but let us speak of the present, if I may ask. What will you do now? I'm just gonna move my hand around like this. Ah, so they're on their way to Iceheart's sanctum. Then I dare say you are eager to return to the Rising Stones. Pray do not let me keep you. Alright. See you, lady. Okay, so back here. Back to Revenant's Toll. That's the mission design here. Go here, then go there. Alright, let's turn this in. Alright. Let's wrap this up. I understand that Alphanaut had a task for you. May I ask what it was? Charges of treason and espionage against a line royale. Scarce believe it. Could there not have been some misunderstanding? No, it avails us not to dwell on it. Whatever the truth may be, we must trust to the authorities to uncover it. Let us speak to another matter. I am pleased to report that we have made progress in our efforts to find a way into Iceheart's sanctum. Great. Okay. So, I think I'm going to call it there for now. I've been going for just shy of 3 hours here. And it is almost 5 in the morning. And I'm about to be busy. So, I will try to stream again later today in the afternoon, maybe. And honestly, I know I'm playing Persona 3, but I'm kind of in the Final Fantasy XIV zone, so I might just keep playing this, but we'll see. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, and I will be back later.